Guys, today we've got Nike giving away instant guaranteed W's, a huge Jordan restock coming, and the Cool Kicks raid somehow just got way bigger. Welcome to Sneaky Sunday. Let's get into a release recap, starting off with this one, which just pissed me off. Adidas Pharrell Jellyfish. So they dropped in two different colors. We got the green and the gray. And you know what? This was one thing I was like, okay, the orange ones, they resell for well over $1,000. They're untouchable now, at least for me personally. With the release of these two, I thought, okay, now it's time for them to start making more pairs. This one's gonna be a lot easier to get my hands on. No, these things were almost just as impossible as the first one. So yes, I and most people did not manage to get these, but hey, if you're one of the lucky ones, let me know in the comments. Oh, and apparently the green ones glow in the dark. I didn't even know that, but that's sick. Stussy and Nike dropped their new collection in collaboration. This included a bunch of different pieces. This gotta be like one of the bigger collaborations that they've done. So we had three different colorways of the Baltaro boot, which a lot of people wanted. I tried to go for the orange ones. They sold out instantly. In fact, most of the stuff sold out instantly. Now the silver lining here is that there is going to be another release through the Nike Snkrs app. However, it's not going to include the orange colorway of the boot. We're getting the brown, the black, and then a bunch of pieces from the apparel collection. So you can take a little look at it over here. This is going to be dropping on the 17th of October. So you're getting like the sweatsuits, obviously the brown, gray, and black, and then you're getting these thermal pullovers. I like these, but the v-neck got me a little bit like, don't know if I actually want it. Some utility hoodies for $280, which is not cheap. Ton of really cool stuff. So yeah, if you missed out on the first one, there you go. So moving on to some upcoming stuff, but first off, I want to start with something that's pretty interesting. I don't think we've seen this before. Nike handed out instant Got 'em tickets. These are golden tickets where you can see over here, it says a Got 'em like no other. You want access to one launch style of your choice from October 10th to November 18th. So essentially you can redeem this and get any sneaker you want, like guaranteed W for that drop. We're not entirely sure what's going to be dropping between those times that would actually require this. A lot of people are saying like the Travis Scott fragments are coming up, which potentially you could use this for. I think the current release date for those Travis fragments is the 8th of November, so that potentially could be a massive W if you have this ticket. This was handed out the Race 312 sneaker stash in Chicago, so I'm not entirely sure how many people got this, but I think it's pretty interesting to see that they're doing this because there could be plenty of other times in the future that they start rolling this out. This could have just been like the first one that they beta test, and then if it does well and people really like it, then they'll continue doing it. They potentially could even start doing this online because we know that that's something Adidas has done on the Confirmed app, except it would just be a lot more valuable on the Nike Sneakers app because their stuff is a lot harder to get. Ooh, there's the Voodoo Jordan 1s as well. That could be a cool one to redeem it on. The annoying thing would be is like if you do redeem it on one of those or any other release and then the Travis fragments drop then you've already used your ticket. That would be, yeah, so I guess you got some decisions to make. Jordan Brand just opened a brand new store in Philadelphia, a new World of Flight store, and they're also going to be doing some restocks. Now, this was a little post that we saw from the people who attended. So they actually restocked a bunch of sneakers at that store for the grand opening. So you can see here we got Black Cat 3s, we got Black Cements, a bunch of other ones, Grape 5s, Fear 4s. Now, this was all the stuff that were just like kind of available in store. However, they did also showcase that there's going to be a bunch of other sneakers that are going to be dropping over the next few weeks. We got the Flu Games, the Swarovski Crystal ones, the White Cement 4s, Black Toe 14s, the Black Metallics, that could be a crazy one, and the Ferrari 14. So we actually have some, I guess, restock dates for all of this. Now just keep in mind that all of these shoes you will be able to enter. It's like a regional drop on the Nike Sneakers app, and then you pick them up in store at this World of Flight store in Philadelphia. So here's all of the different dates and all of the different shoes dropping, a decent amount over here. So I don't know if you're in that area and you want to pick up any of these that you maybe missed out on. There you go. I'm not going to read out each and every one, but you can pause the video. Those are all the dates and all of the sneakers. Sticking with Jordans, more people are talking about Jordans sitting. I made a video on this when I just went to the US. I was in Vegas and I went sneaker shopping, and a big conversation right now is just the sheer amount of Jordan retros that are sat in store stores and being discounted. So we got this shot over here, which I think is pretty crazy, but you have a ton of really cool pairs that are already discounted, but then also have an extra 30% off on top of the price that you see here. So reimagine Jordan 1 UNCs, they're down to 140 bucks, but then with an additional 30%, that gets even crazier. Shattered backboards seem full price, same as these ones, which I don't even think have released globally. Those are just in the US, but we've got Rare Air ones. We've got these. That is a crazy steal. Surely that cannot be true because these things just dropped. I can't remember the exact name of them, but they're the Lutra Libre Jordan 3s. It says here $160 plus an extra 30%. That's wild. Panda Dunks down to 90 bucks with an extra 30. Ton of really cool stuff here. So I guess the moral of the story, guys, is if you live near a Nike outlet or any retail stores and you missed out on a bunch of styles, go and check because there's some crazy discounts on right now and the outlets are looking pretty good, at least in my experience. Let me know if you've come up on anything crazy in terms of Jordans in your stores. Moving over to some new drops that are happening this month. First one I actually think is really sick. Thug Club and Adidas have an entire collection including multiple sneakers dropping very soon. October 20th is the date for this, and let me show you some of these pictures because they're looking clean. So first off, I think my favorite piece has to be these boots. So this is the Adidas GS9 boot and they go hard. Like look at the light distressing around them. There's just like the paneling looks really cool. It's obviously like a tactical winterized boot style. We got some Superstar boots which also look pretty cool, a white and a red and then also a black pair. We got these mules which look pretty wild. Now some of the clothing pieces are also pretty cool. Like you've got this zip up hoodie which zips like all the way through the hood. Nice distressing on that, or wash. A maroon colorway. This jacket, sweatpants, all looking very cool. So yeah, well done Adidas and Thug Club. A lot of really cool pieces to check out. It's all loaded up to the Adidas Confirmed app if you want to check it out. But again, October 20th. Salehe Bembury just launched and is going to be dropping his own sneaker brand very soon, October 13th. And this is going to be the main model. So it's called the Salehe Bembury Osmosis. Now, I think this is the first time he's done his own independent thing, like apart from like, you know, him doing Puma, New Balance, and stuff like that, different collaborations. This is his own design. It actually looks very cool. I love the design of these things. It's like, I don't know how to explain it. It just looks very premium. It does have like a lot of that like Crocs, Juniper, I guess, shape or inspiration with the chunky midsole, this kind of slender, sleek upper. This is a pretty cool colorway, but you've got a bunch of others to choose from. I'd be very interested in checking these things out because they look like they're going to be super comfortable. And I'm not entirely sure on the exact retail price of these things, but they're going to be dropping through his website beasponge.com on October the 13th with a potential wider release to follow after that release date. Let me know what you think about this down in the comment section. Do you like his independent designs? We just got a release date for the upcoming really cool Jordan 4s, the Somos Eternos. This is the Dia de Muertos collaboration or collection. So it looks like we're getting more than just sneakers as part of this. There's going to be maybe a few different models from Jordan brand, maybe some clothing involved as well. You can see here, maybe even some accessories. The Jordan 4s are definitely the highlight. These things look sick. There's a ton of crazy details on them, including a chain. It looks like a pocket chain for your shoes. Also got a Jordan 1 Low, not as interesting or exciting. A Jordan Session as well. All of this is going to be dropping very soon, like I said, October 18th. Let me know what you think down in the comments. We just got a release date for probably one of the more interesting sneaker models to debut this year. Nike's brand new GT Future in the Fire colorway is dropping October 25th. Now, it says returns because I believe these had like a 300 pair drop in like Tokyo or something ridiculous. Literally, hardly anybody got those things, but this should be a little bit of a wider, easier to get launch. $200 is the retail price, and these are the official images. It's the shoes that Wale has been wearing a bunch of different colors on, and I think people are pretty excited about it. It's like the next version of the Foamposite, the futuristic version. Yeah, these things are pretty sick. I'd love to check these things out. Very tiny little tease from Adidas and UnHeardof, which are working on a new collaboration sneaker with FC Cincinnati. So they posted this, which is just the silhouette of a shoe. Obviously, we have no idea what it is. They also don't have any release details on it whatsoever. Because they're teasing it now, I expect it's going to drop in October, but we're not sure, so we'll have to wait and see. If there's any more updates, I'll let you know, but this could be pretty cool. Oh my lord. So you remember a while back, we started talking about one of the most most ridiculous Nike shoes I think I've seen in a minute, and that is the Houseflies Air Force. Now we have official images and a little bit more context for this release. So when we first saw the leaked images, I was like, what the hell are they doing? What is the idea behind adding pictures of flies to a white Air Force One? Like, what is going on here? Some are embroidered, some are just printed onto the shoe. We've even got some on the outsole, like you just stepped on these houseflies. And to top it all off, they're also doing an Air Max 95, which doesn't look as convincing because the flies are white and it's just kind of like silhouettes. It looks a lot crazier on the white Air Force with the black flies. Oh, and the flies are reflective on the Air Maxes. Now, we're not entirely sure of like the full story behind this, but we do know that they're going to be dropping as a Halloween release, as like a pack, and it's happening on the 21st of October. So I don't know. This is a wild, weird one, and I would be very interested just to see the whole story behind it, because I'm not really too sure what houseflies has to do with Halloween. I guess it does look a little bit strange. I don't know about creepy or the whole Halloween theme, but it's weird. I'll give it that. Some 2026 updates, and starting with Travis Scott, we've got, I guess, the very smallest of updates on that front. So I think on Wednesday or maybe last Sunday, we spoke about how we're going to be getting 2 Travis Scott pink colorways next year. So this is the canceled Travis Scott Shy Pink that we saw him wearing. So this was kind of something that was kind of rumored, and then it got canceled, and now it's back on the release radar. So we now have the name of these 2. So it's supposed to be this one, which is a little bit more muted, more sail accents, and this one's called Shy Pink, expected summertime next year. But now we have an actual name for the other colorway. This is the Tropical Pink, also supposed to release around the same time, which is supposed to be launching as a pack. So I'm kind of expecting like a men's and women's sizing. Though, you know, usually when Travis Scott does a women's size run of his shoes, it's still a full size run. Like, they do extended sizing. So I don't know how that would work. Maybe it's just back to like exclusive women's sizing. We'll have to wait and see. Either way, this is the one that he was wearing, called the Tropical Pink, and then again, the Shy Pink should release alongside it. But there you go. If these things are on the radar, expect a bunch more Travis Scott Jordan 1s in the very near future, but that's the main update for these. We got some closer looks and some on-foot shots of the Union Fragment Air Jordan 1, which is going to be dropping next year. This is the white and black colorway. As we know, they're going to be dropping 3 different colorways, including this one over here, which is not bad. I think the favorite is going to be the one with the black and the red as well. Nevertheless, this is definitely the most boring pair. So here you go, some on-foot shots of these things. Definitely clean, like it's a clean pair, but it's just, you know, it's black and white. It's relatively simple, and with them dropping 3 different ones, the other 2 are looking a little bit more exciting than these. You've got some extra laces, which are going to be blue faded into black. Of course, you got the Fragment and Union branding, including this little text over here underneath the Nike swoosh, which is something that we haven't seen before. And the tiniest little pop of color right under here with the little blue patch. We got the Fragment founder wearing them, and he's not really doing them justice because that leather looks like it's gonna be cooked for creases. Either way, there you go. Again, 3 colorways dropping next year, all gonna be super limited, but yeah, let's keep it moving. This one's really interesting. Jordan Brand is doing the reverse infrareds basically with a pretty interesting twist. So you know how with the Chicago Lost and Founds, they really tried to capture that, I guess, feeling of you stumbling into a mom and pop shop and then coming across this pair of Jordan 1s that was just sat there, and you pick them up, you get the receipt and everything in the box. Really great job with that release. Now for the Jordan 6 reverse infrareds, I guess they're doing a very similar thing. These are going to be reimagined, but now they're made to look like an actual unreleased sample. The shoes come with like sample text on the inside, a little bit different to like actual sample things, but it says Jordan, property of blank, not for resale, and that's printed on the sock line. It comes with sample tags as well, and I think the box might have like some sampleness to it. I don't know how, like, what boxes look like for Jordan samples, but I imagine it looks like this, just a brown box with some Jordan Brand text on it. This is really, really cool. I love this idea, and I think if they're going that route of the whole, like, reimagine Lost and Found type thing, this is a very strong way to go. As of right now, these are going to be releasing on October the 14th, 2026. They're going to be dropping in a full size run, so it's going to be a massive, big re-release. Retail price is $215 for men's, and then $155 for GS, $95 for PS, $75 for toddler sizes. Let me know what you think about this down in the comment section. Do you like this way of going about re-releasing these or not? All right, let's talk about this. This is getting wild. So for the past few weeks now, the internet has been going crazy because of the whole Cool Kicks raid. If you don't know anything about this, you're gonna have to go back and watch the last 2 videos I made on this, because I'm not gonna kind of recap everything. But yes, Cool Kicks got raided. You guys know the story. Now, the craziest thing is we have a pretty insane update. The LAPD, same people, same police department that raided Cool Kicks, just seized $1.4 million worth of stolen Nikes and items from an LA home. So we got some videos and some images of the actual house that they raided. This isn't even a home anymore. It is just piled with boxes, entire rooms dedicated to it. In the living area space, you've just got boxes everywhere. Holy, an entire another room full of sneakers. You can see that there's some Travis Scotts over here, Nike boxes. Oh my lord, Unions, SB Dunks. Oh my god. Oh my lord. The entire backyard full of, you can recognize these boxes. These are Nike shipping boxes. So these were definitely taken from Nike's supply chain. You must be so like confident having these things outside. Like, I guess it's LA, it doesn't rain very often. You had that outside anywhere else, like the UK, it would be cooked tomorrow. The rain would just get them. This is crazy. So 1.4 million the police just seized. Obviously they seized $500,000 worth of sneakers from Cool Kicks. These are some of the still shots, just again to give you an idea at just the amount of sneakers. Now, along with raiding this home, they also arrested an LA local. His name is Alejandro Espinoza. And the most interesting part about all of this is like how this is connected. So the Cool Kicks raid happened on October the 2nd. This happened on October the 7th. So this confirms that whatever was going on with Cool Kicks was that it was definitely part of a much larger sneaker theft thing, organized crime ring. But what this has a lot of people speculating is like, did Cool Kicks, you know, they went after Cool Kicks, did they give up the person who they bought these shoes from? This guy over here who got arrested with all of these shoes, did Cool Kicks give up their plug? Was this the guy that sold all of those sneakers to Cool Kicks? Obviously nothing has been confirmed by the police, because I don't think they're going to divulge that kind of information, but the timeline does kind of suggest that, or at least you could easily make that assumption. And with the sheer amount of sneakers in this guy's home, he could be supplying a bunch of other sneaker resellers. Now, the police did say in their statement when they raided Cool Kicks that more arrests were to be expected, and seeing the turnaround on this, they are not playing around at all. Like, this is something crazy. And from my time, like, I've done quite a few sneaker shopping videos now, and particularly the ones in the US, the resale stores that I've been to, there is quite a few of them that sell early sneakers, and you have to wonder how many of those are on the radar of the police. If I was a sneaker resale store, I would be absolutely petrified. But overall, like, in broader terms, like, what does all of this mean for the sneaker game, the sneaker market? Because I feel like obviously this is clearly just the next big thing. I'm expecting plenty more to come out of this. In the short term, we're probably going to see like a lot of fear from a lot of these different resellers, maybe a lot of panic selling, stores being extra cautious. So I don't know if you'll really be able to go into stores and see them selling early sneakers anymore. Like, everyone's probably on their best behavior in terms of these sneaker resellers. But in the long term, I can see this significantly changing the way that the whole sneaker game is, in terms of specifically the whole resale market. It's probably going to cause like a lot of these resellers to tighten up. It's going to be a lot more cleaner, a more legitimate resale ecosystem. The whole like plug era is probably over now, because a lot of these resale sources are going to have to be more, I guess, just legitimate, more verified, and more like, you know, where are these shoes originally coming from? But a lot of those, like, you know, those resellers like what is his name, Benjamin Kicks and stuff like that, like all of those people who take those photos with like boxes of unreleased shoes behind them, that is photo evidence, so they're probably not going to be posting that anymore. And then I imagine all of this extends to the whole online reseller space as well, where like GOAT, StockX, eBay, they're probably going to be forced to tighten up their, I guess, I don't know how they would do it, but I'm sure the police are probably working with them to make sure that any any stolen sneakers are not going through those platforms. So yes, this whole Cool Kicks thing, while yes, that is one of the craziest things to start out with, this is clearly much bigger and is probably going to change the entire sneaker resale world forever. But there you have it. Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section about this whole situation. It just seems to get crazier, and of course, as soon as we get any more updates on this, which I'm sure we will, I'll let you guys know. But it is that time of the episode where I rate. We're just gonna call it sneaky ratings from now on, okay? Sneaky Sunday, sneaky ratings. So I put a post up on Instagram asking you what you got on feet. You respond with a picture, and now I rate it. If you want to partake, follow me on Instagram. Let's get into this. We got Quab's Kicks with a crazy sneaker on. These are they're up tempos, but they look like they're custom, so they got waves on them, so it looks like they've been painted. That's pretty sick. 7.5 out of 10. Nick, what the hell is even the point of sending this? What are you wearing? I don't even know. I mean, Jordan 4s, but like 0 out of 10 for whatever the hell you're wearing. Crazier, where to start? Okay, first of all, dope shoes. Dope shoes. And you know what? I like the t-shirt too. A little bit of Bape action in 2025. You know, it's dope. But the pants is where I don't know. With them pulled up so high and then the white socks, you're kind of cooking it, bruh. Not in the good way. This would have been a clean fit if you just threw on some different pants, because even the way that you loose lace these, or I guess you tied them, but they're kind of dangling down. It looks dope. I gotta give this fit a 5. You know, the sandwich, the top is good, the bottom is good, but what's inside, the pants, cooked. Jay Hale, you are cooking right now. So, okay, he says, the wedding day, Year of the Dragon, AF1. So I'm assuming it's his wedding day, or at least went to a wedding, and that is the perfect occasion for these things. They are a work of art. They are incredible. They look insane, and it looks like he's got on like some pants that kind of fit the vibe. At least it almost looks like a matchy situation, even though they're black. I want to see the rest of this outfit because I bet it is cold as hell. Just based off of this shot, I gotta give you a 9. I think this is dope. Weiss Tommy with the patent Jordan 1 breads on. And bruh, that is a clean outfit for them. You see these things, like the patent leather just needs a little bit more of a distinguished fit. He's got on like the suit pants with the Ami Paris sweater to match the shoes. Cold fit. The whole picture's a vibe, to be honest. Look at you, sat there drinking coffee with the sunglasses on your head, exposure turned down. This is a whole Instagram vibe thing going on here. 8.7 out of 10. Doomhead, look, I get the whole Jordan 4 undefeated thing, but what's up with everybody matching the fit to the shoes? This is not the first time I've seen this. He's got the camo pants with the army green, what is that, a North Face or something, some kind of jacket with the orange shirt. The idea is great, but the way that it actually pans out in practicality is just, it might be a little bit too much. 7.5. I do like the shoes and the camo pants, but maybe, you know, just like a black tee would have just made this go a whole lot further. Major Yang, nah, bruh. I mean, thank you for hiding your toes. I appreciate it. I've felt these slides and they are so ridiculously uncomfortable, but then you cooked them. You went and put so many miles that they're rounded. I don't know how you get slides this dirty and this cooked, but apparently it's possible. I gotta give you a 1 for this. This is some diabolical shit. Major Yang, this is you again? What is going on? Why have you got, I mean, first of all, why does the Air Maxes look fake? Maybe it's just the aspect, but why are you wearing 2 different shoes? What are you doing, dog? You get another one. Damn, we got Tony with the Amine collabs on, the New Balance 2000, the Biblioteca, I think they're called. You threw them straight on feet. That's an 8.5. Oh, damn, we got Akbar with the New Balance loafers on. This is the Ghani collab, which I said was like pretty crazy. You know what? You got the whole fit together. You're looking premium. I feel like I'd have to see you standing like the full fit to get a real idea if this works or not, but like from this shot, that looks clean. That's a solid 8. Jack Small, what the hell is even, what is even this? You got some triple black 97s, and I don't even want to know why you're wearing sparkly pants and what you're doing in this shot, but that's a 0. But there you go. That is all the ratings I'm going to be doing. Again, we do this every single week, so every single Sunday, so if you want to partake in that and stay in the loop with all the latest updates, make sure you subscribe to the channel. And like always, I'm going to throw a video in the top left-hand corner. Check it out.